Who's gonna talk?
How does this work? Do you talk or do I talk?
So, this is On the Road to GenCon episode 5. This is Santa Barbara Wargaming's continuing video series where we talk about our experiences and, well, especially, most importantly, the shenanigans that we've been getting into on the road to GenCon, except, we're actually at GenCon. This is Saturday night.
3 days deep.
3 days deep, right? And we just wanted to give a shout out to everybody who's been watching us and following along with our shenanigans.
All 4 of you and us a year from now.
There's literally dozens.
There are.
Hi, future me.
So basically, what did we all do today? What did we see? What did we play?
We spent more money.
We spent money. We didn't buy that much.
No.
You made me buy that Bloodborne game.
I made you buy Bloodborne, the card game.
Yeah.
Card game.
Turn a little so Christian's actually in the shot.
So I made Nate buy Bloodborne, the card game, in response to me buying the rules for Dark
Another
Age
game that we don't have models
that
for.
we don't have models for. But
Yeah, but
we
it
can
looks
do
cool.
But we can do what we did with Guild Ball, and we can play with non-Dark Age models and see if we enjoy the game. And if we do, then in a month or
It'll be
two,
great.
we'll just buy
It's gonna be great.
Dark Age and stop playing.
That's my plan.
Relevantly, both games are made by Cool Mini or not, so it's kind of the test to see if we like them as rules designers in addition to model creators.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we got that.
Well,
Bought a random accoutrement today. Nothing big
Yeah,
worth
nothing too
mentioning.
big. We got some battle foam. They didn't have a whole lot of the faction.
Hold on, Zach. Now Zach did buy into.
I was leading up to that.
Guild
We're
Ball.
on this cheating thing. Okay, fine. Zach bought Guild Ball.
Oh, by the way, this
Yay!
is Zach. You haven't met Zach yet.
I'm not from Santa Barbara.
Say hi,
Oh,
Zach.
but he's
He's
an
an honorary member.
honorary Santa
It's
Barbarian.
not a good thing.
So yeah, it's a
Aw.
There's not a lot of
redeeming
honor in it. Yeah, they bullied me into getting Guild Ball and wore me down and.
You wore
Yeah,
yourself
what do you-
I wore
down.
myself
We're talking
down,
about the
I
process
know.
of 6
barely
hours
sold
where it's
you.
an internal monologue.
I
I don't want to
know.
get that. I think I don't want to get that. I might want. I bought it.
Within the course of 3 days, I went from thinking this game was the lamest thing ever to
Owning
to
it.
being really into it and buying like a full crew.
Now, who are you gonna play with when you
This
get
is
back
what
to
the
the
Santa
Connecticut?
Barbara.
I'm
This
getting,
is
I'm
what
getting
I call
Aaron
the
and Keith to get
Christian
it also.
pack.
Yeah.
Christian
Keith's
and
gonna
Mark
get it
pack.
too.
It's really
Yeah. If
You're
Christian,
the salesman of the two.
it's like Christian,
Yeah,
Nate,
sure.
and I. If 2 of us hit critical mass on any game, just everybody starts to buy it because they desire it through osmosis.
Yep.
Pretty much.
For 1 month.
So what did
30-day
you?
expiration date.
So what did you do, Aaron?
I played in the Infinity.
Played in.
Dominated.
I played in the Infinity Invitational.
Were you invited?
Just got
I was invited. I won the Invitational qualifier on Thursday.
But wait, didn't you win the Gen Con tournament last year?
I also won the Invitational last year. That's
What?
true.
the man
They
to
didn't
beat,
invite
the
you?
one with the target on his back.
That is not an automatic invitation.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Hashtag humble brag.
I
He won this year.
He did.
He did win this
He
year.
won again.
What you want?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So Aaron, are you going back to Spain next year?
I won a trip to Spain in August of 2018. So that'll
Nice.
be pretty exciting.
Wait, that's 2
2 years from now.
They have to space it out. He wins too many
It's
tournaments.
2017 now, isn't it?
Nope.
No, it's 2016.
All right.
You're already
It
playing.
was a
that
long
next
day.
year.
I don't even know.
He's already anticipating next year's Gen Con.
Yeah.
If you had played all this solid Infinity, I think your brain would be fried too.
Hey,
True.
Aaron, tell the lovelies back at home what you told me earlier this weekend.
Get your finger out of my butt.
Before that,
Get your knuckles out of my
You
butt.
specifically stated that if Corvus Belli just offered to just pay you to not participate in the tournament next year.
Yeah, I don't want to repeat that.
That would be your agent
I-
money.
Yeah.
You gotta hand it to Corvus
I just
Belli,
said I
though.
was easily bribed. No one's tried that yet.
But yeah, no, it's kind of cool
Oh my
though.
gosh,
Corvus
get
Belli
it out,
contrasting with Fantasy Flight games. I mean, when Paul Heaver wins multiple X-Wing tournaments at Gen Con, Fantasy Flight games lets Paul Heaver help design a card for the game.
Well, Paul Heaver doesn't win anything at Gen
Well, okay,
Con.
I'm sorry, you're right at Worlds. Thank you for correcting me, right? Worlds and Roseville.
Yeah,
But anyway,
it's a
so
lot.
multiple world champion winner. Then you've got Aaron. When Aaron wins multiple tournaments, Corvus Belli sends him to Europe twice.
Yeah, there's really no comparison.
Yeah, I think,
So
wow,
the
Corvus
real-
Belli.
The real testament will be that Aaron will be able to play a game of Infinity entirely in Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually.
Centimeters, yeah.
Yeah.
Mucho bene.
Wait, do they really do it in centimeters?
Yeah.
Oh, those
They do.
monsters. Centimeters are better.
I think it'll be
Metric
fine.
system monster.
The
Yeah,
metric
I
system's
should
better.
practice. Should also just practice speaking in Spanish.
Yeah, you're gonna need to.
So what did you do today,
Just hire
Andy?
a translator.
Andy,
Wasting
again,
a
somebody
space
that you
too,
haven't
should
seen
ditch
yet.
me.
What did I do? I did a lot of sitting around. Had some good food truck food.
Poquito.
Played,
No
did
quiero
some role playing.
Taco Bell.
Did a role playing game. But otherwise, it was just hanging out with Santa Barbara people I haven't seen for a long time, and meeting some new Connecticut people. that I never
We're
would.
actually
Yeah,
missing
no.
one because
Keith?
He's kind of vegging in the room. He might be calling his fiance.
He said he'd probably come by a little
I'm
later.
gonna bug out the
Okay.
home wife soon too.
Okay.
Lame.
How about you, Mark?
I continued to press gang.
Mark, how many games of War Machine have you played this weekend?
Define game.
How many demos of War Machine have you run this weekend?
I would say conservatively in the low 30s, probably.
And how many of those bought War Machine?
I would say probably conservatively 25.
Okay.
I'd say almost
pretty good.
I'd say almost everybody that I demoed for made a break for the store.
That's really good.
Your Games Workshop manager material right there.
Yeah, I started to
Hey,
get
nobody
into
can sell Age of Sigmar.
I started to slide into the
Snap.
kind of retail mindset where after we did the demo and they're all excited and I was like, and you can see right here, we just released a brand new edition and we've got the 2-player battle ball. I think it's right here and it's only $90.
Oh my goodness.
That's a really good, and actually is a really good deal because you end up with 20
It's an
infantry
extremely
for
good deal.
$10.
Yeah, it really is.
$90 for
20
two armies. We
Wow.
spent like
And
that
the
on
rule book,
one
and the
army each.
tokens, and the
Yeah.
play mat. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a really
Yeah.
I mean,
Gilmo's
how much would
such
you
a
expect to
rip-off.
pay for all of these products in one
Here-
box?
Well,
Alright.
this is literally turning
Here's-
into infomercial privateer.
Click here
Here's
to
what
buy.
Privateer Press is missing, though. They should have some press gangers wear plain clothes and go undercover and be a
Secret
guy who
shoppers.
just comes up and like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
look at that
Alright,
deal. I
gonna
will
go
take
call
all
away.
of them.
Are you saying that because we used to do that when I worked at Games Workshop? Because we used to do that when I worked at Games Workshop.
Shit.
And
Whatever, man. Sold Space Marines.
to round out the day, I went to
That is
the
dark.
to the official press ganger party. I've never been to a press ganger party before. It was fun. There was a lot of beer. There's a lot of beer. There's a lot of hot meat.
Okay.
And how was the food?
And I'm very proud of this. I'm very happy. And I got a slick press ganger hoodie.
Yeah, look at
And he
that.
can wear all 5 days of the year in Santa Barbara where it's cold enough to wear a hoodie.
Do you see what I become?
Do you see what I've become?
Okay. So what are we hoping to do tomorrow? Lacey, what are you
Pocket
hoping to,
water.
what are you hoping to do tomorrow?
Yoga.
Actually, I'm not doing yoga tomorrow. I've done yoga a few days. Just hang out, enjoy the last few days. I like people watching, to be honest.
And
There's
there's plenty of that at GenCon.
So I have a question. When they do the GenCon yoga, is it like do they rename the names of the positions like the downward sock, the the sun warrior?
She did
What is it?
Jedi
It's the,
yoga last year.
Oh, Jedi.
What is it?
yoga.
It's Kirk Pose 2.
Right.
No, but one of my classes, they played nerdy soundtracks like Star Wars and a few others I didn't recognize, Firefly, Lord of the Rings. That was really fun.
I'm not gonna lie here. Doing yoga to the Enterprise idle noise sounds really soothing.
It really
I'm pretty sure that's what Claire and Chase play their baby when they're trying to put it to sleep.
Nice.
Yeah. Well.
And so, Nate, Christian, what are you guys going to try to do for our last day of Gen Con tomorrow?
we're gonna play 75-point game of War Machine.
Oh god.
Right off the bat.
No, that's after this
What?
video.
Right off the
Did
bat.
you just say you're never going to play it again?
Yeah, I say that, and then I think, and then I'm able to organize my thoughts and say what I actually mean, not my gut knee-jerk reaction of like, this is fucking stupid bullshit. This game's dumb.
It sounds like hyperbole, but that was actually a pretty good facsimile
Yeah.
of what occurred.
That happened twice today.
No. Hey, I was
Christian
very
rage
fair
quit
about
Guild
Guild
Ball.
Ball.
The Guild Ball was the
And
dice.
then he immediately rage quit War Machine against Nate.
You
No,
did say that was the
I played-
dice,
I played-
right?
Well, it was the dice, but I mean, when we were examining the game, so we played a big like regular game of Guild Ball
Yeah,
today, and it was really, really, really fun, and we got to see a lot of really cool shit.
You had the
from
worst
both of our
dice
factions.
cancer that I've ever
I have
seen.
really shitty dice, but I do hate blaming dice for it. Nate played his faction really, really well.
Really
and
well.
it was his first time using that captain too, which really speaks to Nate's ability to understand how a game functions. We found out the conditions are very powerful in Guild Ball. And
They're very hard to remove.
they're very hard to remove, and you really you either need to be able to be a beater to be able to trigger all of that momentum points while doing special abilities to be able to burn those conditions off, because it's the only way you can remove conditions is to burn a momentum point. Or you need to be spread out enough and fast enough to be able to work around it, essentially, which is very difficult because Smoke, the Season 2 captain for the Alchemists, can kind of make clouds and copy them and then
Move them around and warp into the clouds. Like,
yeah,
it's really neat.
very, very tricksy, very cool army.
It's fucking broken.
I wouldn't say it's I'd say the conditions are very powerful, and you know, we've only played a couple of games, so I can't say whether or not they're broken. But there's definitely ways for conditions to get out of control. And so that's something you have to like actively think about is like, does my opponent have poison? Do they have bleed? If they have both, you're taking 5 damage every turn. So you have to really think like, okay, do I want to keep my guys together or spread them apart?
Don't keep them together.
And yeah, I was playing kind of a more tanky fisherman list, which turned out to be my downfall by a lot. So no matter how many hit points you have, you're still gonna die after a couple
I
turns.
thought meth was your downfall.
Okay. So I guess that about wraps it up for episode 5 here. We'll come back to you at the end of Gen Con after we're done for episode 6, and we'll try to throw a bonus episode up where we're actually on the plane on the way back to Santa Barbara. So from all of us here,
Sir, can you turn that off, please?
from all of us here at Santa Barbara Wargaming,
May
you roll poorly.
Hit the button. No, you missed.